guys, I got the phone working, the phone stand, it's on. So far it's holding. I think this one's the winner. And guess what we're gonna do today? We are gonna go out to the properties that I used to live. I'm gonna do some videos and we'll see if they're still up. Right now I'm getting some gas and I think it just finished. So hold on, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. It is hot. Woo! Very hot today. I don't know what the temperature is right now, but all I know is it's hot. I think I am going to go by and get me something to eat. I think. I know on the way, there used to be, in the town where most of my family lived, because we grew up out on the farms. So the town that most of the family lived, hopefully this won't be bouncing the entire time. We'll see. There was a couple of hamburger stands that everybody went to. There's two that actually three that everybody went to after church. So after the Wednesday church, we always went to a place called Root Beer King. Everybody would sit there and gather and eat. They probably have, and still to this day, have the best food out here in where I live. And then there was another place called Frosty King. And I think it was like Dairy Delight or something like that. I can't really remember the name. I think now it's called Pops. I don't know. I haven't been out there in a minute. It has been a while. So I'm kind of anxious to check it all out and see how it is. We'll see. And I don't know, I might just tell you the ghost story along the way during this, because this is the whole reason I'm doing it, right? So we'll see. Once I get on the main highway, I will probably turn you guys off until I go get some food or something. We're looking at, I don't know, 35-minute drive. I'm guessing, I would think, to get to where we're going. I'm excited. I've been waiting to do this, so. All right, yeah, as soon as I get to a stop, I will turn you guys back on, because we don't want to make this video 3 and 4 hours long, right? All right, see you guys in a little bit. Bye. Okay guys, I'm here. Root Beer King is open. That's where I got my food at. I know we have two in the town I live at. The one that I'm at was the original. Best food ever. Then they opened one, a second location not far from where I live now. And I think that one, well, we're about to find out. I think it's better than the original. But got me Dr. Pepper. We'll take a bite and then we'll get on the road. But their fries, they have a special seasoning. It's called Root Beer King seasoning on it. So good. My mom and them used to know the owners. Well, still knows the owner's family. And so she'll message them and say, hey, can I purchase a couple bottles of your seasoning? You don't want any more fries until you've had fries with this seasoning on it. And they used to also put it on the hamburger bun. We're gonna find out. So good. Look at this one. Oh my gosh. brings me back. Gosh. $25, 30 years ago, I guess. So good. All right. Hold on. I'm gonna see what the hamburger looks like. They call this the salad burger because it has lettuce and tomatoes on it. It's shredded. This is what my grandma used to order all the time. She would get her a salad burger. I don't remember if she got a salad burger with cheese, but I got cheese. It's got the sauce on there. You gotta eat the paper cheese. It's so good. It's just weird because, you know, we practically just grew up in here. Well, my mom and them they all grew up here. My mom has 5 sisters, and my grandma and grandpa had 6 girls. And, you know, born and raised in this area. It's just changed so much. I don't know that I want to be here when it starts to get nighttime. Oh my gosh. So good. I used to get my hair cut here. Her name was Terry for years. I think I started going to her right after my son was born. And I used her until she retired because they adopted twin girls. And then she wanted just to spend more time with them. So she retired, and that was probably, well, I lived in the new house. I mean, the house that we were now, it was new, so probably, see, we moved in 2011. So probably 8 or 9 years now. She's been retired. No, that's not true. I went to her. She was still cutting my hair when my Aunt Linda was alive. And she passed away in 2017. So, or I went to her right before. No, 2017. So 7 years? Okay. Well, I don't know if I turn you, when we get closer to the country, I got 2 small towns to go through. Maybe I can turn the video on and around and let you guys kind of see what it was like. I don't know if it's gonna look the same. I haven't been out there in a long time, so. All right, guys, I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, guys, we are getting closer. I turned onto the road, but I don't think the house is still there. There should be a road coming up here in between these 2 telephone poles. you guys can see if it's bumpy. I mean, there's some type of structures there, but I don't think it's the house. I don't know if I've told you guys stories when I lived with my mom. Well, I was still like 17. We lived out here, and it seemed like every weekend they were throwing some type of a party, because we have a huge family, so we have lots of birthdays. And it would always be at this house here. We were the only ones here. Ours was the only house for a little ways. And so it just made it nice. So we had these parties in this house. Yeah, no, it's gone. There's like a little shop there now. It looks like there's a manufactured home. It was right off the road though. You just pulled right in. It was somewhere around here. And I used to know my way around these roads to go from this house to the next two houses. But if this one's gone, the other ones are going to be gone as well. So yeah. These are gone. Anyway, I'll turn around so I do not disturb them, but it was right in here. It was right in here. We had the house. And there used to be, oh yeah, see this tractor ramp? Let me take you off. See that tractor ramp right there? It was right in here. One of our parties, some boys took their dad's truck and was trying to jump it, and my dad had to be like, no, stop, because I see these discs right there that go on the back of the tractor. They had them over, so when they started to jump, go up the ramp on the other side, it just goes straight down. It's what, about, I don't know, 4 feet, 3.5 feet, 4 feet. And so it just goes straight down. And if they wouldn't have made it, they would have landed on those discs right there. So my dad was like, no. But anyway, yeah, this is it, because that tractor ramp is still there. And it was like a big yard like this. We just had a house there. They had the tractor ramp, and they had tractors just parked around there because of the fields. I don't remember. All right, let me turn around. I don't remember. Let me just go wider. I don't want to get too far in this soft dirt, but I don't remember what they were growing here. I think there was some grapes, if I remember right. And my dad would have to take, hold on, sorry, I don't mean to be moving you. See these pipes right here? And so they would take these pipes and drop them. So if you're driving along the fields and you'll see that you have a little bump and dip, the dips, you would put these sprinkler pipes in the middle, and it would water your, it'll water your fields for you. Now they have like the big ones that are on wheels. This one's just been plowed down. There's no like rows. But I don't know if you guys can see the green over there, far over there. Do you see like the green and how it has little rows? And then they would put the pipes there, and then it would water the lawns. And I want to say I don't know what my dad did for here. I know that he drove a tractor, but yeah, a lot of the fields on both sides, I'm going to turn you guys around slowly, they're just plowed down. Well, you know what? Does that look like one of those pipes right there? Right in the middle? I don't know. No, I don't think so. I don't see anything. So, well, I mean, gosh, the house had to have been old. It was old when we lived there. But, yeah, it's been torn down. There is a manufactured home but it is still a main yard, which is kind of what it was. It just wasn't fenced. It was all open. So different. Oh my goodness. The other couple of houses are down a little bit, but I just have a feeling if this one's gone, the other two will be gone as well. So I'm going to flip you around and I will tell you what happened in that house. Hold on. Okay. So, I believe we were getting ready for a party. Usually whenever we had the parties, we would go into town and get everything that we needed. So, and usually it was me and Mom, and then my Aunt Wanda would go. And I don't remember if my sister would go. But anyway, we went into town and we got the grocery shopping. And living out here in the country, you know, it took us a good 35, 40 minutes to get into town to do the groceries. So my mom would always buy in bulk. So she would buy, you know, extra milk cartons and she would freeze them. So we would go to, usually we would go to a canning store, like a can store, and buy the canned food. Then we would go to like Hostess bread store or whatever bread store that they had. Then we would go there to get our bread and our snacks and stuff like that. We would go to like, God, I can't remember what it was called anymore, but anyway, so we would go to, you know, each spot would have a different thing. So we go to the can store, we go to the bread store, then our last stop for the groceries would be, you know, like a meat store, and Mom would always buy a meat basket. So anyway, we had went, and Mom loves her Pepsis, and so she bought a case of Pepsis. She never bought cold Pepsis. It was always just Pepsis off the shelf so that they were hot. So anyway, I think I'm ahead of myself. I'm ahead of myself a little bit. But in this house that we lived in, it was a pretty good size house, 3 bedrooms. I think it was only 1 bathroom though. Our front door just opened, and it was my family. So me, my mom, my dad, my 2 brothers, and my sister, and then my cousin lived there. And the front door just opened. And so my cousin Eugene nicknamed the ghost Homer. And he would, come on in, Homer, come on in, Homer. And so for the most part, Homer was friendly. So this particular day, we were unloading the groceries, and we would go bring some stuff in, put it on the kitchen table, then we would go back out and get some more stuff. Well, Mom had brought in the case of Pepsis. She got off the shelf hot and put them on the table. When we went back out, brought another load in, she put the stuff on the table, and the Pepsis were ice cold. And she's like, fill these Pepsis, they're ice cold. And we started thinking, well, did we grab, were they cold when we got them? So we started doubting everything. We're like, no, there's no way they were on the shelf, you know, there's no way they were cold. So we got kind of creeped out about that, but we just left alone because, you know what, he was nice, and he chilled down my mom's Pepsis for her. So the next thing that happened was my mom. So in the house, it didn't have a laundry room in the house. You would go, I don't remember if there were steps to go to because it was the house and like a little carport and a garage. And I don't remember if you went down steps or if you just went out the door and walked into the garage. But anyway, she walked out into the garage and started a load of laundry. When she went out there to swap the laundry over from the washer to the dryer, she noticed that the washer was unplugged. So she got right back in. She's like, how does the washer work if it's not plugged in? So we're just like, I don't know. You know, we're trying to figure out all these different things and how it worked, a surge of energy or something. And so anyway, just got the cold chills. And my dad and went and checked it out. Wasn't plugged in, plugged it back in. She did the load of laundry. The next thing, and those weren't like really scary things, right? I mean, a washer running is kind of, it freaks you out, creeps you out, but it's not scary. The next thing freaked my brother out. He was in the bedroom listening to music. And we were all out in the living room. And the next thing I know, my brother's coming out of the bedroom and his face is completely white, just completely white. And I'm like, what is going on? He goes, the picture on the wall just started spinning on the wall. It stopped and just slid down the wall. And that's when he come out. So I've been sitting there trying, other than those three things, it's like it's bugging me because I want to try and remember if anything else happened. Those were the only things that we can remember happened in that house. And so the last weekend that I was with my mom, I asked them, I'm like, hey, do you guys remember anything else that happened in the house? And they're like, no, just those three things. But the house, even though Homer was there, it brought back a lot of good memories with the parties and family get-togethers. The parties, I think, is really what stands out the most. Sorry, I'm just looking for this other road. It's just a road in the middle of Great Vineyards. I think I'm coming up on it, but this car is so close to me, I'm probably going to have to pull over. Yep. I'll let him go, because I think this is it right here. I think so. Okay, let's see. I think it is. I'm going to stop this video, and we're going to take a look. Hold on. Okay, so we're going to go down, and it's just a bunch of grapes. Let me check you guys out. So we got our grapes here. And I do remember they did tomatoes as well. So when you grow up on a farm and then you get fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, and then you go to the store and you buy these things, this doesn't taste the same. Grapes. I know as a kid I grew up working in the fields. When I met my husband, he's like, what did you do? I'm like, well, I was a hoer. Like I used to hoe cotton, watermelons, We hated doing watermelons because the snakes. I don't think that I ever worked with the grapes, but yeah. And it's so funny because on TikTok, I think there's a shirt about hoeing. Hoeing. Yeah, I always got a kick out of that. What'd you used to do? I was a hoer. And I worked in a potato shed. That tree has been there forever. My brother used to come down here and ride his motorcycle out in that little canal right there. Oh my goodness, this is pretty rough. The houses are gone. At this house, it was a duplex. And we used to have well water. And we never wanted the water to get really low because then you would get the sediments in there, and then when you turn on the bathtub, it'd be brown. So we always like to have Dad fill it up beforehand. Yeah, I don't think it's there no more. To know all these roads. We're coming up. There was a canal, I think, here, like a small canal, but it doesn't look like it's still here. Oh, it is. It's still there. It's just it's got a lot of grass and weeds in it. Yep, it's still there. We used to ride motorcycles down there. Here, see, this is what I was talking about. They would take those pipes and, you know, you put them down in there so that way it'll water the crops. It's so different. And then out here somewhere, there used to be a row of pomegranate trees, and I think those are them right over there. And so we got pomegranates. But yeah, my mom trying to take us to school would have fun on these dirt roads. Yeah, those houses used to sit right at the corner where the white stuff is right there, the wells, and it's not there no more. So they tore them down. Now that house had something in it. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't nice. Oh, my battery's low. Not a good place to be out here and your battery's low, so I gotta charge my phone, but yeah, no, there's the houses in here. Down where the trees are, we moved from this corner duplexes, we moved down there, but my brother said that house isn't there anymore either. I'd asked him, so anyway, I'll turn around up here and we'll head back. But yeah, this house out here that was on the corner was a duplex house, and after I had my son, came home to my mom's and lived there till, goodness, I think Christopher was almost a year. I know we didn't live there when it was his year birthday because I had gotten my own house and a car, which I was so proud of. But Anyway, so sitting out here where all these, all this stuff is right here on this corner was 2 duplexes, and I brought my son home, and I remember one night I was feeding him, and we had the bed up against the wall. I'm gonna plug my phone in. We had the bed up against the wall, and so I was leaning up against the wall. So I had the bed up against the wall, and the wall had a window on it. And I was leaning up against the wall, and I was feeding him. So all of this, there was like this big barn, open barn, that had some bays in it, and a big backyard, and then 2 duplexes right there. But anyway, so I was leaning up against there, and I was feeding him, and I heard something hit the side of the house. Well, I mean, we lived out in the middle of nowhere, so I was just kind of used to that. We had dogs. The dog wasn't barking or anything. So I just kept my eyes closed, and I was letting Christopher, I was feeding him a bottle. Well, also, you know how you have this feeling like you just get a cold chill? And I lifted my head up and I opened my eyes, and there was this black thing coming through the window, because the window was broken right there. And it was rubbing my shoulder. And I started screaming. And I could not get out of the bed fast enough. My brother and my dad come running in there, and they're like, what is it? What is it? And I was telling them, like, I don't know if it was a hand that had a black glove on it. I don't know what it was. I just know it was black. It was coming through the window. But they got their guns, and they walked all the way around outside. They didn't see anything. I think there was a bucket, or no, not a bucket. I think it was a milk crate that was leaning up against there. But they didn't see anybody. But, I mean, look, there's nothing. I mean, it would have been some type of vegetation, or some, you know, like tomatoes or corn, not corn, tomatoes or grapes or something like that out there. So they could have hidden it very, very easily. So my dad, the next day, him and my brother, they just put up these like orange screening material over the window, so that way nothing else can come through that window. But it creeped me out. I didn't even want to sleep in that bedroom anymore. It just kind of gave me the heebie-jeebies, that bedroom. Just, I don't know. There was just something with it. I lived with my mom quite a few times after I had Christopher, even though I was married. There was another time I was staying out there, and I don't know, I may have told you guys this story, I'm not sure, but Christopher was a little bit older. We was in a different room, and my sister had a day bed, and so she was sleeping on the bottom, and me and Christopher was sleeping at the top. And I was trying to break Christopher from the bottle. It was either the bottle or no, he kind of just, he did the pacifier on his own, so it must have been the bottle. But so anyway, if he would just start fussing and stuff in the middle of the night, a lot of times I gave in, and I would give it to him. So this particular night, we were asleep, and something jolted me awake. And then I noticed, and because we lived in the country, we didn't lock our doors, and our doors, like, they just pushed. You just pushed them shut, and then you can just push them open. And so I look over, and the door is wide open. Well, then I start looking for Christopher, and he's not in the bed with me. And so I start screaming, they took the baby. The baby's gone. The baby's gone. were sleeping in the room that's right next to my mom and dad, and then he come out, and my sister's like, no, I have him here. He's right here. He was crying, and so I put him down here with me, and she got him to go back to sleep. I didn't even hear it whenever he woke up. But we had an earthquake, and the earthquake jolted the door, and it opened, and I thought somebody come in and kidnapped my baby. So I don't remember how old he was. Like I said, it had to be before he was 1, because I think I got the house when he was like 11 months old, because we wasn't moved out very long before he turned 1. So it could have been the pacifier I was breaking him from. I don't know that I'd be breaking him from a bottle at 1 or 11 months old. So I don't know. It's been so long I don't remember. But look at that. This is where I was raised. Similar. I mean, we lived a little bit further out as well. And it was called the Cracker Jack house, what we called it. It was a really tiny house. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, but the bathroom was as big as a bedroom. Kitchen and a living room. But you always have your best memories like that, you know. And the grapes. I wish there was some grapes on it. It doesn't look like there is any grapes. I would get me a couple. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything on it. Lots of good memories out here. Lots of good memories. And it was nice because when we lived out here, I mean, my siblings liked it. I'm not big for rides, but we were only about 30 minutes from a Six Flags here. So, got older, we would go there. I didn't go as much as they did. Like I said, I'm not really big into rides. Those are the ones I was talking about on wheels now. They just water your crops. At least these roads were better than when we were growing up out here. They were real bumpy. It wasn't quite this wide. And my dad would get old oil, and he would oil these roads for us so it'd be smooth. They'd be so bumpy you could barely, it's either you had to go really slow or you just kind of flew down them. But then the farmers, the owners would get mad because you're getting dust all over their crops, and they didn't want that. So, all right, well, we'll see what else is out here. Not too far from here is Sunset Camp, and I can also go by there and show you guys that, if you guys know about Sunset Camp and about the Dust Bowl days. That's how my family all came out to be here, was the Dust Bowl days. So we might go down and show you guys that. I'm just gonna do different sections of videos, and then I could just add them into whatever topic, I guess. Man, lots of memories. Lots of memories. And this house right here was my dad's boss's house. For the life of me, I cannot remember his name. But I'm surprised it's still there. It's still there. That's it right there. But when my dad passed away, he passed away in 2018. When we went out to pick the plot out of the cemetery because he served in the military. They have a section in the back, and it's all, you know, it has like all the flags and benches, the markings for the military, and we said that we wanted him back there. So we went back there to look for his spot, and the spot that we picked, we noticed that just a couple down was his old boss. His name was Martin, and so they got along. My dad really liked him as a boss, and so knowing that they're close makes it nice. Oh, there's some pomegranate trees. I could have stopped and got some pomegranates. I don't want, there's a lot of cars there, so. All right, well, I'm gonna put the phone down and try and turn you around when we get closer to Sunset Camp, but I haven't been out here in forever, so I don't know, but there's lots of cops and stuff. So, gosh, it's just crazy being back out here again. It's been so long. And I think over here, we're not too far from the Tohon Indian tribe. And I believe this is the Tohon. This is a school for the Tohon Indian tribes, but I'm not positive anymore. All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop and flip you guys around. Okay. This thing going crazy. All right, I better speed up. There's somebody on my butt. We'll go check out the Sunset Camp out here. I'm sure you guys have heard about Sunset Camp and the Dust Bowl days. So I can kind of give you guys a visual. Now they have a huge school there, which they didn't have before. Right there was, I mean, they did have a school. It was an older school, but they've redid the school. It looks really nice now. But there was a small school, and it had like a baseball field. And so my family played there a lot with church groups or whatever. So we went to the Sunset Camp. Well, the school next to it, the camp is over. It still has, or it did still have a lot of the things out there, and every once in a while they'll have like a show on a weekend, and you can go and get pamphlets, and it talks about, you know, the Dust Bowl days and all of that. I know one time when we was out there, we were going to go out there, and they said that rumor has it that Jim Carrey was going to be in a movie about Sunset Camp, and he was wanting to go out there and stay just to get a feel of everything. And I don't know that if that ever happened, or if that was just they were talking about it. I don't really know. I would have to look that up and see. But it'd be nice if they had a little movie about it. I could do all kinds of different stories. The Onion Field Killer, if you look that up, that's not very far from here either, and I can go and take you guys to that as well. If that's something that you guys would be interested in, I can tell you that kind of story. I would just have to come out here and get more video footage, try and find different footage online. So we'll see. Gosh, what kind of topics could I do? Okay, so I could do the Sunset Camp and the Dust Bowl days. I could do the Onion Killer. I can do the movie Thelma and Louise. It was taped in a little town that's around where the onion field killer was. The movie Twister was filmed out here. An X-Files series was filmed out here, and my mom used to have all the signs. Like they would block off areas and different debris, so when we would go out there, because we always tried to be extras in there, but we never got picked. Like, hey, we live out here, we need to be picked. For Thelma and Louise, we was going to be an extra, but we couldn't because the scene, they were supposed to be in Mexico, and so we couldn't be an extra for that. But it was nice to see, and I didn't know who Brad Pitt was at the time. I just remember seeing him, and it's like, dang. Didn't know he'd get so popular. Alright, well, I'm going to stop this so it's not forever long. But yeah, I'm going to sit here and I will throw out some names of stuff that, topics I can do for areas I can go that's pretty close around here, and show you guys. Everything I believe is going to be within an hour. So that would be something fun to do and talk about. It gives me different topics, and if you guys are interested and would really like to see some of this stuff, yeah, that would be fun. Alright, well, I'm going to stop, and I'm getting hungry, so I only took that one bite of hamburger and ate a couple fries. So I'm going to go ahead and finish eating, and then when we get closer to the sunset camp, I'll take some video footage, and yeah, we'll have some fun. Alright, see you guys in a few. Okay. Coming up close to the sunset camp. You guys will start seeing the school. This is the new school. You have the big brown building with the bus. And then the older one is over here. We would go, and you'll see the park up here pretty soon. Let me take you out. Okay, that's the newer school, and then this is the older school right here, I think. See, that's the ballpark that we used to play at. This is the Sunset School, and then I think down here, this was the Sunset Camp. Sorry, so like there's little bungalows. Now it's a housing, but I don't think there was all of this out here originally. I think that they just put tents up. You would think that I'd known that. Somewhere they used to have it was like a cement pool. Here we go. Here's the historical building entrance, and that's probably where. Okay, here's some of the original. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? this is it. This is where it was at. We're gonna have some more grapes growing right here. This little thing right here was a post office. Hold on. Let me back up. Nobody's coming. Hold on. Can you guys see that? It says post office right there. Library. Post office, the library. We'll have to definitely do a walk around one of these times. I don't know that it's just always open all the time. I think you have to come out here at certain times. Make sure no cars are coming. Yeah. This was it. I'll get some more information on it and I'll do a story on it. That doesn't say anything, that just talks about the housing authority. It's crazy. Yeah, they used to have out here somewhere, I don't see it anymore, but it was like a pool. So I don't know if it was used to be underground but it was above ground. It didn't have any water in it, but we'd go play in it. And I remember always getting in trouble. It's abandoned for a reason. You guys need to stay out of there. But you know, when you are supposed to stay out of something, that's when you want in it more. All right, I'm gonna stop this. Okay, I don't see it, so I'm sure that they probably tore it all down because this is all just so much different. So different. And there's also a famous girl, and for the life of me, I cannot remember her name right now. Oh, Rachel Hollis. She grew up out here. In a town called Weed Patch. That's what we're coming up to right now. And I think her and her husband came out here and they did a little video. Tiny, tiny town. So we're coming up through there now as well. My maiden name is Followell, and it's funny because it's a unique name, Followell. And in the town of Weed Patch, we used to go to a place called Weed Patch Market, and it was owned by the Followells, but they were German, and they spelled their name different. They spelled their name with 2 W's, and ours was only 1 W. They had since sold the Weed Patch Market, and then they bought in the next little town above an entire corner, and it had a grocery store, like an 88-cent store and more. It had, I want to say, like a auto zone or something. They owned that entire corner, and they named it Followell Corner. And I used to have a picture of that sign saying Followell Corner. When I came through just now, that sign is no longer there. So I guess they sold that as well. place, Root Beer King, where I just got some food, was at the very end of the street where they lived, and so we would always pass by and go to Root Beer King. But there was also a tire shop, gas station tire shop, and I remember we always liked to walk down there because I had a crush on their I think it was the grandson, and all I remember was his name was Toby. I don't remember anything else. It's funny, the little things you remember, you know. I think that's all I can show you on this trip because now I'm headed home. But yeah, let me know. I will, maybe I'll do a poll, and I can the different things that I can show you. Do some little stories on it. I just have to do some research on some stuff. But yeah, I'll do a poll and see what you guys are interested in doing, and I can also get some research and drive by and get some videos and some pictures of it. Alright guys, that is it for this one. I will go through it all, cut and paste, and then if I remember anything else or if anybody else has any stories, I'll let you guys know. But alright guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, please. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.